Before we begin, be sure to share the video. Sharing the video is very easy. Attached to this video is the share button. Press it. Copy the link or choose a social media platform and share the video. Thank you in advance. This will encourage more people to see this video. Full joy, the program. Introducing Ethiopia's Freedom Tours. What is an Ethiopian Freedom Tour? We are giving you the opportunity to visit us in Ethiopia on your terms. You pick the date, summer, spring, October, or December. It's your choice. 3 days, 5 days, 7 or 9 days. It's your choice. Several options to choose from. Tour Addis Ababa. Tour Shashamani, Hawassa and Wando Genet, Lalibela and Aksum, or a combination of them all. It's all up to you. Need more information? Check our Freedom Tour booklet. Press the link in the description or email us at priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Ethiopia Freedom Tours. When will you be coming?
So anyway, quickly, the emperor of old, again, on the battlefield. This is another thing. Come on, man, you getting me heated here. This is another thing. All of these superstars of World War II, how many of them you see on the battlefield? And I'm specifically speaking of the heads of states. Mussolini, military uniform, puffing like a gorilla. Them is military parades. Same thing, Hitler, military parade, they just wear the clothes. How many of them you see on the front line? I never seen a picture of King George VI on the front line. I've seen documentaries with him visiting the battlefield when the war was over in his military clothes. He got a lot of accolades for that stuff. But I don't see none of the heads of the world on the battlefield during World War II. Haile Selassie I alone. On the front line, not on the battlefield. Not way in the rear with them binoculars so you can see what's going on in the front. He on the front. Haile Selassie I, you've seen the videos. They were on the British newsreel and the British telepath of the day. The BBC of that time. And here's Emperor of Ethiopia behind the anti-aircraft gun. Oh, he licks down one. You know, he licked down more than one. But give thanks to the mention. Battlefield. Getting the mustard gas just like any other soldier and civilian, because everybody was in the war. Battlefield. So we got to comprehend this, When the emperor went to the League of Nations in Geneva, Switzerland, and he addressed them, that was the mission. That was the mission. The mission was not to go to England. England was not in the thought at all. I wonder if you comprehend this. In fact, Switzerland was the region where the emperor wanted to stay because it was right next to the League of Nations. The League of Nations was in Switzerland, in Geneva, the capital. That was the mission. And it wasn't to stay there neither, but at least to make sure that our diplomatic agenda was taken care of the closer we were, the better. But Switzerland said, no, we don't want you around here. Eh? No room in the inn for the natal child. So, but understand this. Many of us, we overlook or underlook the importance of that diplomatic move. War is not just bombs and guns. War is high diplomacy. And the Haile Selassie I, okay, for example, as we speak, there's war going on in Russia and Ukraine. But yet still, just the other day, looking at the news, it was speaking of the diplomat of Russia and the ambassador of Ukraine, and these ones were having lunching around. Speaking of I think some mediators were there too, but they were discussing the whole aspect of bringing the war to an end. Sounds like a very good discussion to me, if that's really what they got into. But the point I'm really driving home here is diplomacy. So although they have thousands of people dying every week, maybe every day, and yet still they could be splitting a turkey. And speaking of, hey, how could we bring this thing to an end? What you really need is diplomacy. So the diplomat is very important. He's like a general on the chessboard, just like the fellas on the battlefield. Haile Selassie, Field Marshal General, come off of the battlefield, yes, but still on the battlefield, went to another theater of war and addressed the League of Nations. Key, only head of states to have done that. Again, the 30th of June, 1936. Very important. Now, he should not have had to even reach that far. Again, as the chief diplomat. But the point is that the League was not doing what they were mandated to do. They had an embargo on both Italy and Ethiopia. That was a criminal act because they were supposed to supply the Ethiopia with weapons. So the victim was supposed to get help and the aggressor was supposed to be cut off. But they supposedly cut off both victim and aggressor, knowing that the aggressor doesn't need any help. Haile Selassie appeared before them. It was a shock to the world. Where did he come from? Yeah. So the reality is, and I want to just, bring this to an end, this aspect with this pointing. Haile Selassie didn't leave to go vacation in England. King George didn't give him no special invitation, come and join us over here. That was not even the plan whatsoever. Even in his autobiography, he makes it plain that we took just enough, although they've been lying about us, saying that we rob our treasury and so forth. We took just enough for a short time as we expected justice. You read it in the autobiography. So,
Isaac here, and I'm here with Brother Nakaya Yahawasha. And of course, how you felt about the tour, the different places we visited, the different parks, museums, churches, the Christ Mass. Give us your experience, my Lord.
Yeah, man, and bless up, these Isaac Institute, for coordinating, this year, necessary and islandful occasion, wherein I got the opportunity now, guidance and safety and security, to be able to forward here, into this year, I grounds, motherland, Ethiopia itself, you know, and to touch in Ethiopia, and also to touch very, very sacred grounds, you know, such as the King's Palaces, because now I am, you know, multiple palaces where the king, you know, resided, meeting grounds, you know, clothes that the king wore himself, you know. So to touch on these different areas, go to the museums, also to the national, you know, institutes, as well as, you know, the space program to see what's going on, as well ancient traditional Ethiopia, as well as where Ethiopia is heading for the future. Definitely Iman, you know, is personally encouraging Iman self to return here and making the necessary preparations to come forward to be here. So it's not just a dream but a reality, so I can continue to learn, because there's no way, there's so much to learn, there's no way to learn and compact everything in just one tour. So I is looking forward for the future tours, not just the next tour, but the tours up on top of the tours up on top of the tours.
Building.
You know?
Sign up today for the Rudiments of Ancient Astronomy course and take advantage of our 50% off. The 50% discount is for a limited time, and you will receive the full course for only $99.99 United States dollars. The Rudiments of Ancient Astronomy, professionally done. The graphics are definitely top-notch. Email us, priestisaacInstitute@gmail.com. Designed for the mature mind and also for the young thinker.